the shadow rulers. In the depths of an underground facility, hidden from the prying eyes of humanity, a clandestine meeting was taking place. 4 figures, each unique in appearance and abilities, gathered around a circular table. These were the top agents of the Galactic Oversight Committee, GOC, an extraterrestrial organization tasked with secretly controlling Earth. Zorax, the shapeshifter from planet Metamorph, morphed into the form of a human general as he addressed the group. Fellow operatives, our control over Earth remains absolute. The humans remain blissfully unaware of our presence. Kili, the telepath from Psycheon, smirked. Of course they are, Zorax. I've been busy planting thoughts of consumerism and distraction into their minds. They're too focused on their screens to notice us. Graxor, the technopath from Cybertron, chuckled. And I've made sure those screens keep them hooked. Every device, every network, every satellite, all under my control. Lyriel, the empath from Empathia, smiled serenely. And I keep them docile and content, suppressing any feelings of unrest or rebellion. Happiness is the best form of control, after all. Zorax nodded, his form shimmering as he took on the appearance of a famous billionaire. Excellent work, team. Our infiltration of key government positions, manipulation of thoughts, control of technology, and influence over emotions have kept the humans in check for centuries. The GOC had been secretly guiding humanity's path for eons, steering the course of history to align with their galactic agenda. From the shadows, they pulled the strings of power, manipulating world events like a cosmic puppet show. Quili's eyes glowed a soft blue as she mentally scanned the surface thoughts of millions of humans. The masses are fixated on the latest celebrity scandal, no signs of any suspicion towards us. Graxor waved his hand, causing a holographic display of Earth's digital infrastructure to materialize above the table. I've got a real-time feed of all human communications. Nothing out of the ordinary, just the usual cat videos and dank memes. Lyriel laughed, a sound like tinkling bells. Ah, humans and their internet humor. It never fails to amuse me. Zorax shifted into the form of a nondescript bureaucrat. While their memes are indeed entertaining, let's not forget our purpose here. We must ensure humanity remains on the path we've set for them. No deviations, no surprises. The others nodded in agreement, their extraterrestrial features contrasting with the human forms they had adopted for this meeting. Zorax continued, Our agents are embedded in every level of human society, from world leaders to influential celebrities, from tech giants to religious figures. We have them all under our sway. Quili's eyes flashed mischievously. Remember when we made that reality TV star, the leader of the free world? That was a hoot. Graxor snorted. Almost as funny as when we convinced them that a certain social media platform was a reliable source of news. Lyriel smiled wistfully. Ah, the joy of shaping human emotions on a global scale. It's like conducting a symphony of feelings. Zorax cleared his throat, drawing the team's attention back to the matter at hand. Yes, we've all had our fun, but let's not get complacent. The humans may be under our control, but they have a pesky habit of being unpredictable. The room fell silent as the gravity of their responsibility settled upon them. They were the hidden hand guiding humanity's fate, the unseen rulers of Earth, and they would stop at nothing to maintain their control. As the meeting adjourned, the 4 aliens shapeshifted into their human disguises and made their way back to the surface. They blended seamlessly into the crowds, just another face in a sea of oblivious humans. The Galactic Oversight Committee's reign over Earth continued, unnoticed and unabated. Chapter 2. The Awakening. Chapter 2. The Awakening. In a dimly lit basement, a group of 4 humans huddled around a laptop, their eyes wide with a mix of shock and excitement. They had stumbled upon something big, something that would change the course of human history. "I can't believe what I'm seeing," whispered Liam, a young hacker with a talent for uncovering secrets. "These files, they prove that aliens have been manipulating our world for centuries." Sarah, a resourceful journalist, leaned in closer to the screen. "This is the story of a lifetime. We have to get this information out there." Ethan, a conspiracy theorist who had always been ridiculed for his beliefs, grinned triumphantly. "I told you guys. I've been saying it for years. Aliens are real, and they're controlling us." Olivia, a brilliant scientist with a keen eye for detail, frowned. "Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to verify this information and gather more proof before we go public." The group, now calling themselves the Resistance, set to work. They scoured the internet, hacked into government databases, and followed every lead they could find. Slowly but surely, they pieced together a picture of the alien conspiracy that had been hiding in plain sight. As they dug deeper, they discovered the existence of the Galactic Oversight Committee and its 4 main agents, Zorax, Kylie, Graxor, and Lyriel. They marveled at the aliens' abilities and shuddered at the thought of how effectively they had been controlling humanity. "Shapeshifters, telepaths, technopaths, and empaths," Ethan mused. "It's like something out of a sci-fi movie." Sarah rolled her eyes. "Except this is real life, Ethan, and we've got to find a way to stop them." The Resistance began recruiting others to their cause, carefully vetting each new member to ensure they could be trusted. They met in secret, exchanging information and developing a plan to expose the truth to the world. Liam's eyes sparkled with mischief. "I think it's time we give these aliens a taste of their own medicine. Let's hack into their systems and see what kind of dirt we can dig up." Olivia nodded, a determined look on her face. "We'll need hard evidence if we want to convince people, something that can't be denied or explained away." As the Resistance grew in number and strength, they became bolder in their actions. They staged demonstrations, leaked information to the media, and worked tirelessly to spread the word about the alien conspiracy. Meanwhile, in the GOC's underground facility, alarms began to sound. Graxor, the technopath, frantically scanned the data streams, his face contorted with concern. "We have a problem," he announced gravely. "The humans, they know." Zorax, Kylie, and Lyriel exchanged worried glances. They had always known that there was a risk of discovery, but they had never expected it to happen so soon. Zorax slammed his fist on the table, his form shifting rapidly between human and alien. "This cannot be allowed to continue. We must put an end to this resistance before it's too late." Kylie closed her eyes, reaching out with her telepathic abilities to probe the minds of the Resistance members. "They're determined and resourceful. It won't be easy to stop them." Lyriel sighed, her empathic senses overwhelmed by the growing tide of human unrest. "We've underestimated them. They're not as docile as we thought." Graxor cracked his knuckles, a wicked grin spreading across his face. "Then let the games begin." It's time to show these humans what happens when they challenge the Galactic Oversight Committee. As the GOC agents mobilized to quash the resistance, the battle for Earth's future had begun. The humans had awakened to the truth, and they would not rest until they were free from the aliens' control. Chapter 3. The Shadow War. Chapter 3. The Shadow War. In a nondescript warehouse on the outskirts of the city, the resistance huddled together, planning their next move. They had managed to stay one step ahead of the GOC agents so far, but they knew it was only a matter of time before the aliens caught up to them. Liam, hunched over his laptop, suddenly let out a whoop of excitement. "Guys, I think I've found something big. I've been tracking the GOC's digital footprint, and I might have uncovered the location of their hidden Earth base." Sarah peered over his shoulder, her eyes widening. "Are you serious? This could be the break we've been waiting for." Ethan, ever the skeptic, crossed his arms. "I don't know, guys. It seems a little too easy. What if it's a trap?" Olivia nodded thoughtfully. "Ethan's right. We need to be cautious, but we can't pass up this opportunity either." Just as the resistance was debating their next steps, the warehouse door burst open, revealing Zorax and Kylie, flanked by a group of heavily armed GOC operatives. Zorax, in the form of a menacing soldier, smirked. "Well, well, well. What do we have here? A bunch of pesky humans trying to play hero?" Kylie's eyes glowed an eerie blue as she probed the minds of the resistance members. "They know about the base, Zorax. We need to stop them before they can spread the information." The resistance sprang into action, scattering in different directions to avoid capture. Liam grabbed his laptop and dashed toward the back exit, while Sarah and Olivia provided cover fire with their energy weapons. Ethan, in a moment of unexpected bravery, charged straight at Zorax, wielding a fire extinguisher. "Take this, you shape-shifting scumbag!" Zorax easily dodged the attack, his form shifting into a hulking beast. "Is that the best you've got, human?" The warehouse erupted into chaos as the GOC agents and the resistance clashed. Kylie's telepathic blast sent resistance members reeling, while Graxor hacked into their communication devices, disrupting their coordination. Lyriel, the empath, hung back, a serene smile on her face as she subtly influenced the emotions of the resistance, sowing doubt and fear in their minds. Despite the GOC's superior abilities, the resistance fought back with determination and ingenuity. They had come too far to give up now. In the midst of the battle, Liam managed to slip away, clutching his laptop. He knew he had to get the information about the GOC base to the rest of the resistance before it was too late. As the fight raged on, Sarah and Olivia found themselves cornered by Zorax and Kylie. They exchanged a knowing glance, ready to make a final stand. Sarah, her voice dripping with sarcasm, quipped, "So you aliens really think you can keep controlling us forever? Haven't you heard? We humans are a stubborn bunch." Olivia chimed in, a mischievous glint in her eye. "Yeah, we're like cockroaches. You can step on us, but we just keep coming back." Zorax snarled, his form shifting into a monstrous amalgamation of human and alien features. "Enough of your insolence. You will submit to the will of the Galactic Oversight Committee." Just as all seemed lost, a series of explosions rocked the warehouse. The resistance had set charges earlier as a contingency plan, and now they were going off, creating a distraction for their escape. In the confusion, Sarah, Olivia, and Ethan managed to slip away, regrouping with Liam at a predetermined rendezvous point. They had lost the battle, but the war was far from over. As the smoke cleared, the GOC agents surveyed the damage, their faces grim. They knew that the resistance was growing stronger and more determined with each passing day. Zorax clenched his fists, his form settling back into a human disguise. This isn't over. We will crush this resistance and maintain our control over Earth, no matter the cost. The shadow war between the GOC and the resistance had begun, and the fate of humanity hung in the balance. Chapter 4. The Reckoning. Chapter 4. The Reckoning. The resistance had spent weeks preparing for this moment. Armed with the knowledge of the GOC's hidden Earth base, they had gathered their forces, rallied their allies, and devised a plan to strike at the heart of the alien conspiracy. Liam, Sarah, Olivia, and Ethan stood at the forefront of the assembled resistance fighters, their faces set with determination. They knew that the fate of humanity rested on the success of this mission. Liam, his fingers flying over his laptop keyboard, grinned. "I've hacked into their security systems. We've got a clear path to the base, but we'll need to move fast before they catch on." Sarah cocked her energy rifle, a fierce smile on her face. "Then what are we waiting for? Let's go kick some alien ass." The resistance force, a motley crew of humans from all walks of life, surged forward, breaching the perimeter of the GOC base with a series of explosive charges. Alarms blared, and gunfire erupted as the GOC agents scrambled to defend their stronghold. Inside the base, Zorax, Kylie, Graxor, and Lyriel watched the chaos unfold on their monitors, their faces contorted with rage and disbelief. Zorax slammed his fist against the console, his form shifting erratically. "How did they find us? This is impossible." Kylie, her telepathic powers straining to keep the resistance at bay, snapped, "Clearly, we underestimated them, but we won't make that mistake again." Graxor cracked his knuckles, a malevolent glint in his eye. "Let's show these humans what happens when they mess with the Galactic Oversight Committee." Lyriel, her empathic abilities useless against the Resistance's unwavering determination, sighed. "I have a bad feeling about this." As the GOC agents moved to engage the Resistance, the battle erupted throughout the base. Energy weapons discharged, explosions rocked the foundations, and hand-to-hand combat broke out in the corridors. Ethan, wielding a modified energy cannon, laughed maniacally as he blasted through a group of GOC operatives. "Take that, you alien scum! Not so tough now, are you?" Olivia, her scientific mind put to use crafting improvised weapons, tossed a homemade grenade at Graxor. "Hey, technopath, catch!" Graxor, caught off guard, barely managed to erect a force field before the grenade detonated, sending him flying backwards. Liam and Sarah, fighting back-to-back, made their way towards the base's central control room. They knew that if they could sever the GOC's connection to Earth's technology, the aliens' hold over the planet would be broken. Zorax, in a last-ditch effort to stop the resistance, shape-shifted into a monstrous alien beast, towering over the humans. "You dare challenge the might of the Galactic Oversight Committee? You will all perish." Sarah, unimpressed, fired her energy rifle directly into Zorax's eye. "Put a sock in it, you overgrown chameleon!" As the battle raged on, it became clear that the Resistance had the upper hand. The GOC agents, for all their advanced abilities, were no match for the sheer determination and resourcefulness of the human fighters. In the end, it was Liam who dealt the final blow. With a triumphant cry, he uploaded a virus into the GOC's central computer system, causing it to crash and effectively severing the aliens' control over Earth. The GOC agents, realizing that their hold over the planet was shattered, had no choice but to flee. They abandoned the base, leaving behind a trove of evidence that would expose their centuries-long manipulation of humanity. As the resistance fighters emerged victorious, they cheered and hugged one another, reveling in their hard-fought victory. They knew that this was just the beginning, that there would be more battles to come. But for now, they savored the sweet taste of freedom. Ethan, grinning from ear to ear, clapped Liam on the back. "Dude, that was some seriously awesome hacking skills. You saved the world." Liam, exhausted but elated, smiled. "We all did. Humanity won today, and the GOC knows it." Sarah, her energy rifle slung over her shoulder, looked out at the smoking ruins of the GOC base. "We've won the battle, but the war isn't over yet. We need to be ready for whatever comes next." Olivia, already sifting through the captured alien technology, nodded. "And we will be. With this evidence, we can finally expose the truth to the world. Humanity will never be the same." As the resistance members began the long process of rebuilding and preparing for the future, they knew that they had achieved something incredible. They had stood up to the alien overlords and reclaimed their planet, their freedom, and their destiny. The reckoning had come, and humanity had emerged victorious. Chapter 5. The New Dawn. The world was in a state of shock and awe as the truth about the Galactic Oversight Committee's centuries-long control over humanity came to light. The resistance leaders, now hailed as global heroes, found themselves thrust into the spotlight as they worked to guide humanity into a new era of freedom and self-determination. Liam, Sarah, Olivia, and Ethan stood on a stage before a massive crowd, their faces beaming with pride and exhaustion. They had never expected to become the faces of the revolution, but they knew that their work was far from over. Sarah stepped up to the microphone, her voice ringing out across the gathered masses. "People of Earth, we stand before you today as proof that when we unite, when we stand together, there is nothing we cannot achieve. We have thrown off the shackles of alien oppression and reclaimed our destiny." The crowd erupted in cheers, their voices rising in a deafening roar. Liam, grinning, leaned over to Ethan and quipped, "I think they like us. Maybe we should run for office." Ethan snorted, "Yeah, right. Can you imagine us in suits and ties, dealing with bureaucracy? We'd probably end up starting another revolution just to spice things up." As the laughter subsided, Olivia took the mic, her face growing serious. "But let us not forget the challenges that lie ahead. We have learned that we are not alone in the universe, and not all alien life is benevolent. We must be prepared to defend ourselves and our way of life." The crowd murmured in agreement, the weight of their newfound knowledge settling upon them. The revelation of alien life had shaken humanity to its core, forcing them to reevaluate their place in the cosmos. Liam, ever the optimist, chimed in, "But we've also seen what we're capable of when we work together. We've got the brains, the brawn, and the bad jokes to take on anything that comes our way." Sarah rolled her eyes. "Liam, I think you missed your calling as a motivational speaker. Or maybe a stand-up comedian." As the resistance leaders continued to address the crowd, outlining their plans for the future, a sense of unity and purpose settled over the gathered humans. They knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay in store. In the days and weeks that followed, humanity set about the task of rebuilding and adapting to their new reality. Governments were restructured, economies were reshaped, and new alliances were forged as the people of Earth came together like never before. The resistance leaders, now serving as global advisors, worked tirelessly to ensure that humanity was prepared for the future. They established new defense systems, promoted scientific research into alien technology, and fostered a spirit of cooperation and innovation. Ethan, in a rare moment of seriousness, remarked, "You know, it's funny. The GOC thought they were controlling us, but in the end, they were the ones who brought us together. They created their own worst nightmare." Olivia nodded, a smile tugging at the corners of her mouth. "Ironic, isn't it? They wanted to keep us divided and complacent, but they only succeeded in uniting us against a common enemy." As the years passed, humanity continued to thrive and grow, spreading out into the stars and forging new alliances with friendly alien races. The legacy of the resistance lived on, a reminder of the indomitable human spirit and the power of unity in the face of adversity. Liam, now an old man, sat with his friends in a quiet park, reminiscing about their adventures. Who would have thought that a bunch of misfits like us would end up saving the world? Sarah, her hair gray but her eyes still sparkling with mischief, laughed. "We didn't just save the world, Liam. We gave humanity a new beginning, a chance to write our own story." Olivia, her voice filled with quiet pride, added, "And what a story it will be. Humanity, united and ready to face the future, no matter what challenges lie ahead." Ethan, raising a glass of amber liquid, grinned. "To the resistance, and to the new dawn of humanity. May we always remember the power of laughter in the face of adversity." As the sun set on a world forever changed, the resistance leaders knew that their legacy would live on, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of humanity and the power of hope in the face of darkness.